It's a meme. That one. Dog. Is dog. Well, I hope everybody's having a good afternoon and everything. Looks like the internet's doing well. That's good. Wish it was like that all the time. What are we doing today? Today we are doing some more cave story. I have been doing well, relatively well. I slept in maybe a bit too much. Well, I didn't sleep in. I got up, and then I laid back down and, like, you know, read manga for like an hour. And then I got up and cleaned up my room, so that was good. Took everything off the desk, cleaned off the desk, cleaned everything up, put it back on the desk, plugged everything back in. So hopefully I plugged in everything correctly, and there's not something that I missed, because that would be bad. That'd be bad. But yeah. Move some stuff around. Now I got more leg room. That's kind of nice. I had to, like, shift some stuff around, but I got more leg room. I still gotta, like, plug in some other stuff, but it's, like, stuff that can wait. So, it's going to wait until after stream. Does controller need to do thumbsticks? It might. Get in there. I've used this one a lot. So, anyway. Let me go ahead and get the game started, and then we can get into it today. I think we last left off... Was it going to pick up the game or not? Let's go find out. There. Okay. Oh, hello. I forgot how loud this game is. Okay. Where did we leave off? We left off here. Where is here? Right, sand zone. So, we were trying to get... Yes, down. Okay. Oh gosh, right, those things. I wonder if I can... There we go. Ah. But yeah, my day's been going pretty well. Got some stuff done, so that's good. I don't know. I spent the whole time cleaning listening to a podcast. I don't know, I just find I get more done with my hands when I'm, like, listening to a podcast or whatever, you know? As long as I'm just doing stuff with my hands, I find it to be, you know, pretty good use of time. Oh, how you doing, Auntie? Oh, it's you, Balrog. You look good. How's my stupid daughter been lately? Ah! Stupid daughter. You mean Misery? She's also fine. New masters appeared. This time the surface will finally be ours. Are you still trying to do that? I'm not here to cause any trouble. I just came by to pick up the key to the warehouse. You know, the warehouse with the flower seeds? Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about, Balrog. That's so. You're just pretending that you don't know? I see now. You're going to betray us then. Is that it? You'll be sorry. A new master. Must be another idiot at it again, yet again. About my dogs. I have 4 more still. My little pups. These legs of mine are so very weak. Sorry for the inconvenience, but would you mind finding the rest of my dogs for me? Sure. Arf. Arf indeed. Okay. Let me just check something. Oh, finally, a game that doesn't pause when I go to check my notes. It's like so many computer games do. What was I thinking? Right, okay. I'm just checking because I need to remember what the steps are. Oh, I forgot to do the Discord thing. Let me do that real quick. Let me do that real quick, and then I can close Discord. That way it's not running in the background and stuff. Okay. Yeah, it probably would have helped to do the Discord thing earlier on. Well, let's go find all the doggies then. The dogs are very cute, by the way, so they're worth saving just for that alone. Regardless of the fact that we need to probably to continue the plot. She'll probably give us the key if I remember correctly, she gives us the key if we help her with the dogs. I see, this is just a way of getting like a bunch of health and stuff in a minute. Okay. Since we're right next to that house with the save point. Oop. Sand Zone Warehouse, that's it. Oh, hello. Welcome to the Bone Zone. I can destroy the projectiles too. Cool. Holy cow. Level 1 basic weapon does not do a ton of damage. And the range is like pretty bad. Ah, shoot. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, do I have to talk to her again? Capturing it. Okay. I keep forgetting to save after talking to people. It keeps biting me in the butt. I wonder if I should map a speed up button to the controller. Because we're not doing anything with triggers. I could do that. I don't know. Well, I had to get a new USB cable for the capture card. Because the one I have now doesn't reach far enough. But that's fine. It'll be here, like, literally tomorrow through Amazon. I just needed something that was longer and, like, of decent quality. I'm gonna think of it. When was the last time I actually used the capture card on stream? Probably Tears of the Kingdom. There's a game I didn't finish. Stream. Or off stream, either. Even though I played it on stream. And I played a lot of, I played, like, most, if not everything in, sorry. Of Breath of the Wild on stream at one point. That was kind of fun. Well, I was hoping that, Tears of the Kingdom would be that kind of same thing, but this wasn't as novel, I guess. I kind of, like, fell off it. I don't know. I do think that I should probably finish the game. It's on my to-do list. I just haven't gone back to it. I think I need another... Probably sometime next year I'll do that, honestly. But it probably won't be till next year that I get around to it, just because... I don't know. It just, like I said, it wasn't very novel. Like... Breath of the Wild was such a novel experience at the time, you know? It was like a open-world, like, Legend of Zelda game. It was like something that hadn't been tried before, and then like they came out with a sequel, and the sequel was, what if we made a giant DLC for the game with a new story? or for the original game. It just wasn't as like unique or as interesting as the original Breath of the Wild, you know? Because it was reusing most of the map of Breath of the Wild, just with some new elements, like a new storyline, changing up some things. It felt like more like an expansion or a DLC, like I said, rather than a proper follow-up and spiritual like successor or whatever. Gosh darn, I forgot to save again. I don't know. Maybe I should have played this off stream. I thought about that. Maybe I should have played this off stream. But, I don't know. It's kind of a fun game. Whatever. If viewership for this game is low, it's fine. I'll just pick something that maybe people will like a bit more later. At least I'm, like, enjoying the game and stuff, right? If, like, viewership was low and I wasn't enjoying it, well, I say that, but then Ori and the Blind Forest, right? But Ori and the Blind Forest is, like, was relatively short, so it was, like, relatively inoffensive. I don't know, like, especially if there was an RPG I just wasn't enjoying or whatever. That would be, like, yeah, I'd have to pick something else or whatever, because that would have been a no-go. Trying to get some points on this thing. Really? Okay. Oh, you're supposed to have the machine gun usually, I think, here. That's why. The machine gun does do more damage. Overall, it's a better weapon than the beginner one, but we're holding on to the beginner one because if we do, we can get a better weapon than the machine gun later. So, we'll just suffer a little bit now. We don't have to suffer as much later, pretty much. I don't know, I guess viewership for this game is low live-wise anyway. But yeah. I'm enjoying it, so. I guess I could always finish it off then as well. I guess we'll see how this week goes, right? I don't know. More than anything, I just wanted something I could play that was relatively short, but I thought would still be kind of fun to play on stream. Before we finish SMT5 Vengeance. Because I'm probably going to do that fighting game after, while I'm playing something else, right? So, I mean, I've talked about that Relentless and now probably, but you know, to the point that people are probably tired about hearing about it. I don't know, I do that, like, I talk about stuff that I'd like to do a lot, and sometimes to a unhealthy degree, I would say. Because I talk too much about stuff I'd like to do, and then I never, like, get around to doing some of it. Like, I have ideas for videos and stuff. Like, even just today, I have ideas for videos, and I bought some stuff that I might use for a future video, but I don't know if I will or not. I'd like to, but, like, I just am so bad at, like, being consistent about, like, getting out videos and stuff. But I'm trying. The, first draft of the, script for the Pixie only playthrough of P5 Power is done. So I'm trying to get that done before I'm done with my class, and then that way I'll have time to edit it at that point. Because then I'll have a whole script and everything, so I'll be able to see, like, what parts need editing, what are the things I need to focus on when I'm editing, like, what, like, clips am I gonna need, you know. what footage am I gonna need, so. And then like how I can break down that project into smaller parts of the video. That way I can like edit it that way. And, like break it down into like parts of the video that need to get properly edited and everything. Anyway, so I don't know. I've been trying to do stuff like that. Yeah. I feel like I should pick a different background or make a background for the stuff for like where the windows are on this layout, but I'm not sure what I want it to look like, you know? I kind of like the look of like all the stuff on top of the background, but I just don't know what I want the background itself to look like, you know? Hey, doggy. Oh, ran in here. I see. Okay. You can kind of make out what's going on in this room. It's intentionally very vague, though. Hey, buddy. Oh, sheesh. Okay. Fun fact, if you, in this version of the game, you can pick up multiple of the dogs at the same time, so you don't have to go back right away. But, if you pick up multiple, they stack, quite literally. Like, they'll just stack one on top of each other on your head. Quite fun. Okay, I see. Show how to get up there. Because that's an upgrade to both health and missiles, I think. Come on. Oh, I think having the dog on my head actually lowers my movement speed. Let's go back and turn in this dog, though. So. Ooh, dumb way to do this. Okay. Yes, save, please. It's also kind of funny looking, oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Nope, can't think of it. Sorry, her whole, like, war against the robots thing kind of, like, threw me off. I can't remember what I was gonna say now. Oh, well. Look at how frustrating it must be to have a conversation with me. What were you saying? I don't know. Must not have been important. No, yeah, I did. Can't think of what I was gonna say. No, it's gone. Whatever it was, it's gone. But yeah, guess I'll just think of something new to say. Doritos. It's funny how I didn't put that together until like somebody mentioned in chat, but yeah, it does kind of look like Doritos. Ah. And just like that, my level's gone down. It goes down so quickly in like just a couple of hits. And then the gun becomes almost useless as well. At least that one does. I don't know. Well, if I do finish this off stream, it'll at least make it into the hopefully it'll make it into the games I played this year video. Because that's I'm trying to work on that as well, the script for that. At least the parts that I've finished, where I can talk about like write about stuff I've already played, you know. Because I'm hoping to put that out at the end of this year, kind of as like in tandem with what I hope to be a yearly kind of stream where I go over my 2 playlists for the year and try and like add some things, let people suggest things, and it helps me decide what to play on stream, as well as like off stream as well, when I'm like looking at what game I'd like to play next off stream. So I finished the campaign for Red Alert 3 recently, so I'm working through like some of the side stuff now. I don't know if we'll do all of it because it's pretty long. There's like a whole expansion called Uprising and everything. So I'm working through the stuff for that, and I completed all the main like actual missions there. So right now there's like a mode that like is basically modified skirmish maps, but with like certain restrictions and stuff that's kind of strung together in sort of an open form campaign where you can choose which order you'd like to take the missions in. And so I'm working through that right now, but like there's a ton of those. There's like probably about 50 of those missions or so. And they're all like 10 to 30 minutes long. So they're not quite as long as a normal campaign mission, but they are like long enough where it's like gonna take me a bit to get through them, right? So I don't know if I'll do all of them, because like I said, they're mostly just like modified skirmish maps more than anything else. There's not like a ton of plot between them all or anything, so wards me off of like getting too invested into it, you know? Like, yeah, this is kind of interesting, but like there's not a lot to like get me to care about what's actually going on. Oh, come here, buddy. Agnamic, come back here. How's it going? Pretty good. Internet's being good today. That's good. Well, it's not being good at all over the weekend. I'm getting a little worried about that, because that's been 2 weekends in a row now. So I guess if it's not good this weekend as well, I'll have to think about doing something about that. Either like changing the time to not as busy a time for my provider, because it seems to get better later in the day or whatever. But yeah, I forgot to change the chat box style. Whatever. Not a big deal, I guess. I'll fix it later. I'll fix it after stream. I'll try and remember to do that. Oh my gosh. How am I supposed to get you? Do I just have to time it right? Oh, got him. Okay, come here, buddy. Let's take you back a minute. Well, actually, let's go a little bit forward and see if we can grab another. Because I got 2, so there should be 3 more total, including this little guy. Because if I go back, then all those enemies will respawn, and I'll have to kill them all over again. It's interesting how he like affects your jump height and stuff. I wonder if the effects get greater the more dogs you have on your head. I guess we'll find out in a minute. Ah, shoot. You know, it's been a minute since I've played a game where, like, it's nothing but the, like, background noise, or, like, the background music or whatever, for the most part. Not gonna lie, it's getting a little annoying hearing the same music, so, but the areas aren't too long, so it shouldn't be too bad. Music's pretty good, it's just having nothing but that music after a long period of time is annoying. Kind of like with that, I guess the first mission where there was like basically no sound effects and the music looped eternally. And there was only like 1 or 2 songs in that game. And they were designed to be played on a phone speaker, so they weren't designed very elaborately. I will say that, at least. Not to speak of their quality, but at least they were not very elaborately designed. Or, yeah. Or anything, okay. How do I make this jump? Maybe I don't. Maybe I do? Oh shoot, he's coming down here. Is there anything over here that I need? Like, is there any reason to... Yes, there is, okay. I have to get up there. I don't know where that guy is. Ah. I'll come down here then. I'll leave you over here. Ah. There we go. Shoot. I don't know. I don't know if it's emulation or not, though, that, like, we don't have firing sound effects. I don't know if that's, like, how the game always was, or if it's, like, a product of emulation. I could not tell you. Whew. Just died there. Sand zones have walls that can be passed through easily. Look for markers in the walls, yeah. Oh, is that just to show me? Okay. One thing I was thinking about, is, maybe, well, I don't know, here I go again. I'm talking about stuff that I want to do, not things I have done, you know? But, one thing I'd like to do is put something on the Box O'Reilly storage channel, because right now that channel's dead, despite it technically being, I think, the first actual YouTube, video, or sorry, the actual first YouTube channel I had, because that's where I used to upload all my VODs from Twitch. So thought that, like, maybe there'd be something. I had a thought earlier today where there was something like, yeah, that could probably go up on there. So maybe I'll try and do that at some point here. Put something up on that channel. And again, I gotta put stuff up on this channel first. I haven't had a new video in a while. Yeah, you said you had a really good time. You even listed out how many times you went on each ride and everything. You were sore all over, but it was worth it. Ooh, out in Jackson. Okay. Well, I hope you have a good rehearsal. Safe travels and all that. Ah. Hello? I'd like to pick up the health, please. Weird lack of hit registration going on there. Something. Something. Oh, there's another one of the dogs. Looks like that's where the storeroom is. Alright, let's grab this dog and then head back over then. Oh. Can't take two. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. That is like a feature of this version of the game, I thought, is that I could take two with me. Dang it. Alright, well, I'll come back for it then. Nice, nice. So I looked at it earlier today. I bought the physical version of Persona 4 Golden for the Switch from Limited Run, because I thought that'd be kind of fun to have a physical version of that. They also had Persona 3 Portable for the Nintendo Switch physical. I was like, I don't really want to own that version of Portable for the Switch. I don't think I'd ever play it, but I thought Golden I might, right? So I looked, yeah, it's still not shipping. I bought it like, gosh, was it sometime around this year? Or sorry, around this time last year or something? It's not gonna ship for like a while yet, apparently. So, that's annoying. But anyway. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that stuff is really expensive. I don't know. GameCube especially is, like, prohibitively expensive. If GameCube was, like, reasonably expensive, like, if GameCube had Wii pricing, I probably would have bought some of the games, but, like, they were, like, prohibitively expensive. Like, some are getting more expensive than what they originally released at for, you know? Because, like, the Wii still has pricing where it's, like, $20 to $40 for some of the more expensive stuff. So that's, like, your Smash Bros, your, Mario Galaxy, stuff like that is, like, $20 to $40. But, like, GameCube is just, like, ridiculously expensive. Like, 60 plus for stuff like, you know, your Twilight Princess, your Ocarina of Time re-release, your Smash Bros, and all that kind of stuff, so... Not that they're not good games or anything, it's just, like, it's so expensive to, like, try and start collecting for that. And I don't have any nostalgia around the GameCube like I do the Wii, so that's another reason to, like, be kind of you know, just kind of... I don't know, it's too bad. I think the GameCube does have some pretty cool games on it, but it's just that all of those are, like, so expensive to own physically. If I ever play them, it'll probably be in some sort of digital format, or on, like, another system than the originally intended experience, you know? For better or worse. There's some pretty fun ways to play GameCube games in, like, a more convenient form factor, but it's too bad that there's not a good way of playing it, or not a, like, super expensive way to play it in the way that was originally intended. No. The Wiis are, like, super cheap. Most Wiis had backwards compatibility, for a long period of time. It's only on, newer systems, and, like, towards the end of the Wii's life cycle, where they were trying to, like, make a, you know, a holiday deal, so they took out the, backwards compatibility so they could sell them for, like, cheaper Christmas or whatever, like, towards the end of the Wii's life cycle. That you started seeing, like, Wiis like that. So most of them still have backwards compatibility, and most are, like, 20 bucks. They're, like, really inexpensive, depending on where you go. And if you're buying it physically, or you have to pay shipping or whatever. Dang it. But yeah, Wiis are super inexpensive. The only thing is there's less of a community around hardware or software modding for them, I think. Software modding actually... No, software modding, there's a decent amount, but hardware modding, not as much. Well, even that, I would say. There are ways to, like, turn a Wii into a much smaller product by, like, cutting the board in certain ways to, like, make it portable. But that's usually so you can play GameCube games on the go, and some Wii stuff. Since at that point you're sacrificing, like, you're not going to be able to, like, probably get a full, like, motion setup for a Wii that's supposed to be portable, right? And some Wii games work just fine with controller, but most don't, obviously, so you're mostly doing that so you can play GameCube games on the go, which is a cool idea as well, but there's other cheaper ways of making a portable, like, you can get a portable system that can play Game Boy games and a bunch more stuff, like one of those Android devices, you know? Or even some phones are, like, strong enough now to be able to run GameCube era stuff. But yeah, Wiis are still really inexpensive, and they probably will be for a long time. The Wii itself is a much cheaper to produce units than the GameCube was, I think, overall. Also, the GameCube is a lot easier to maintain and hardware and software mod. Well, I don't know about software. Hardware, yes, it's a lot easier to hardware mod, because Wiis are very annoying from my personal experience to take apart and put back together. GameCubes are relatively straightforward, but, like, Wiis have, like, a lot of tiny screws that you have to take out, and, like, they kind of go back together as, like, a jigsaw puzzle. Even just getting the shell off requires taking out, like, multiple screws that have, like, the feet over them and stuff like that, and, like, other stickers and, like, rubber pads and stuff. You have to take all the stuff off and then try and preserve it and then put it back together. It's got this like glossy coating on it on a lot of them that any sort of like harsh chemicals will immediately take off, but some of them were, you know, pretty badly stained, so it's hard to get that out. A lot of Wii models are originally white, so they're going to yellow over time, and it'll be more obvious if they were in a non-smoke-free foam, you know. So yeah. Something I saw kind of fun today, though, now that I'm thinking about it, I was just shopping around on Etsy. I won't say what I got because it'll probably come up in the next Box of Crap stream, which I think, yeah, will probably be sometime next month, which we're getting close to the end of this month, so. Anyway, one thing I saw that I can get, though, is they have, like, people will make, like, custom-make, circle things. You know how the top, like, little circle thing on a GameCube can be replaced? Or maybe, like, and that's how they did, like, 1 or 2 special editions. Was, like, literally the Gale of Darkness special edition just has, like, a different circle plate on top. It's, like, really easy to replace. Well, you can get, like, custom-made ones of those, and some of those look pretty cool. If I was, like, actually using the GameCube, I probably would have picked one up, but as is, in my current setup, I just have, like, a Wii that I use for GameCube and Wii games, obviously. So, I do have a GameCube. I picked one up for relatively cheap. I can't remember even where. I think I just saw it at, like, a second-hand place or something like that. You know, like 20, 30 bucks, and I was like, yeah, I'll do that to own a GameCube, which I didn't own at the time, so. I already had controllers and everything, right? So I was like, yeah, that'll be good. I only have like 2 games for the GameCube, I think. Luigi's Mansion, which I think came with like pretty much every single GameCube around the time of release of the system, and then Final Fantasy, like, Crystal Chronicles game. I haven't picked up anything else because everything else is so prohibitively expensive. I don't know, there's a couple games I would consider picking up on the GameCube, but, like I said, they're pretty expensive for the most part. I don't know, I've been questioning the amount of plastic I've been buying as well, you know? Like, where does it ever end? It's the same, it's stuff like that where I'm like, I don't know if I want to get the Rhapsody Collector's Edition, because there's just so much plastic, you know? And pins and stuff. Or not Rhapsody, Refantasio. Why did I say Rhapsody? Rhapsody is a RPG, but it's not that one. It is a very different RPG. It's a kind of like a musical RPG, where it's like the story is told in like musical format with like scenes where a character will sing and stuff. It's kind of interesting. It's very much for like younger girls, I think, but at the same time it's like decent, and there's like multiple of them, so I don't know, kind of interesting series. Oh yeah, I think I've heard of that one as well. Eternal Sonata, yeah. I mean, with a name like Eternal Sonata, yeah. I've heard of that one. Yeah, I have not played it, but I have heard of it. Well, I think I'm almost done with SMT5 Vengeance for the time being. I think I want to go back to it later this year and do some of the Godborn stuff, because, I don't know, it feels like it would be kind of fun to go through and, like, make a bunch of builds for the demons and stuff. and everything, and like pick up the last few ones I don't have in the compendium. But yeah. At least until at least for a little bit, I'll be done after probably maybe this weekend. I would say definitely this weekend if we weren't having internet troubles, but that's kind of like dragged down the rate at which I've been getting through the game, so I'll say probably this weekend instead. Instead of saying definitely, I'll say probably. I just wanted to test something. I wanted to see if there's like any reason to fall between those spikes a minute. Oh gosh, I reloaded all the enemies. Dang it. That's annoying. Try to land between those two sets of spikes. A minute. Weird that doesn't say the fact that like the save point in the refill station fall down. Oh, I thought I had it that time. Yeah, I think actually the Rhapsody games recently had a re-release with there was no point in coming here. Okay. With the third one finally getting an English release, like officially, recently. So that's kind of neat. I think I thought about getting the collection at the time, and I was like looking into it, and I was like, yeah, it would be kind of cool to have this collection. I think there's some cool stuff in it, but at least like the physical version. But I could just buy the digital one later. I played the first one. There was a port of the first one on the DS, and I played that for like, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or whatever. But yeah. I don't know. A lot of good JRPGs out there, obviously. Be interesting to play something else after playing so much Atlas and Persona. After SMT5 is done. I already have the poll scheduled out, so it'll go up on Saturday when stream starts. Actually, if I'm late, it'll probably be slightly before stream starts. On track to finish Daybreak in time for Visions Mana's release. Nice. Must be hard to keep up with all that stuff. I don't know. I think I'd be able to keep up maybe with like 2 or 3 series, but man, there's been a lot of good releases this year. I've been barely able to keep up with Atlas releases, you know? Let alone like a bunch of other releases, you know? Yeah, but between re-releases and brand new releases, it's been a pretty good year for RPGs in general, I think. By the way, I think this, the company that now owns this franchise, Niantic, is the same company that, does, what is it? It's Prinny, it's, I think, Prinny is, this is the same company that owns, what is it? Oh, I'm trying to think of it. There's a series of TRPGs that have like long, like in-depth, like you can play them for hours and hours and hours and hours and never be done with them. It's Disgaea? I think Disgaea created Desert. Hey, Jeffo. You are the popular one. Alright, one dog to save left. I'm guessing it's gonna be up since we've already checked it all down there. Yeah, it's kind of a desert. It's more of a ruins area, I guess. But there's like these like sand lizards that hide in like the sand, and they'll instantly nom on you, and they're like almost impossible to kill. Okay, so oh, I see. I think I see. Yeah, I can get down here. I don't know if this is just a faster way of getting through this area or what, but oh, here we go. It's a dog. Okay. Okay. The emulator really didn't like the dog, apparently. That was an interesting little event there. The emulator really had to think about there being a dog at a treasure chest for a minute. Okay. Alright. Oh, at least we got the health upgrade. I have the warehouse key. Alrighty then. See ya. Wait! Oh, it's you. Key. Key to the warehouse was stolen by Balrog. Please stop them. Unleash Rabbit Mamiga, possessed by the red flower, against the surface. Wait! Please take this with you. You got a life button. Use it and your life will be fully restored, but just once. Okay, well I'm definitely holding on to that for a while. Probably till towards the end of the game. I think there's like a boss rush mode, or a boss rush section in the true ending, as well as the normal ending. So, if there's not a chance to heal between, if there's a chance to heal between bosses, that would probably be a good chance. I feel like you should be able to climb through that hole, but whatever. Maybe later. It doesn't even like let me interact with it for right now, so. But yeah, I think it's Niantic that does like the Disgaea series, because I seem to remember seeing like promotional artwork of Prinny and this character together, and like I think there was a Prinny like a mode where you could like play in a Prinny outfit at one point. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Like there was some version of the game that let you do that or something, but I seem to remember that. And I think Prinny is the mascot of the same company that does Disgaea, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong on that. But yeah, I think that is the case. I don't know, those games look like they'd be kind of fun, but like they also are super long. Like they're games that you can put like literally hundreds of hours into if you would like to do so. I don't know. Even like the campaign for them is like 60 to 70 hours long, and it's all TRPG gameplay, you know? Which is fine, like if you really enjoy TRPG gameplay, that's good. But I don't know, personally, I've tried one of them for like a couple of hours, and I wasn't particularly interested in that type of TRPG gameplay. Like the gameplay systems just to grab me. And I've played like 60, 70. I've played, there's one that tactical RPG, that Final Fantasy one on the DS that I've played literally, I think, over 100 hours of. Like, it's 120, 130 hours probably, I think, on that save file, if I remember correctly. And I also started a second save file at one point and played like another 20 hours of the early to mid game. So, yeah, I do enjoy JRPGs. In fact, I'd really like to play, I'd really like an excuse to play that Final Fantasy one on the channel at some point, but it's just such a long game. It would be like something I'd play for like an entire winter or whatever, you know? But, anyway. I don't know. Just, that game series in particular, I haven't found one that's gripped me enough where I'm like, yeah, I'd like to put 100 and 200 hours into it, you know? So, anyway. I don't know, are you guys interested in, like, that tactical RPG stuff at all? Because, like, I have technically played 2 of those games on stream before. Like, I have played 2 tactical RPGs on stream. One was, that, Devil Survivor game. And then the other one was, Persona 5 Tactica. Although that was more of a puzzle game than a true tactics game in my opinion, but it technically counts. It technically counts, you know? But, yeah, I don't know. I find this genre to be is pretty interesting. I think it offers some interesting gameplay when done correctly. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like a very complicated version of board games, you know? And, like, the narrative, like, storytelling potential of it is pretty good, so. There's obviously also the Fire Emblem series as well. Although that one, the whole, like, permadeath thing has always warned me off of that, because I know that if I play that series, it's going to take me a lot longer to get through some of the earlier games to have permadeath mode, because I will constantly be reloading saves as people die until people don't die, and I get through the game with everybody. And I know that's the way I would end up playing the game. So, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't be totally opposed to that, but, like, I know it would take me much longer than, you know, maybe what's advertised on the box or whatever you want to say to get through that stuff. I don't know. Oh, there's also the Advance Wars series. I played, like, a good chunk of both. I played through all of, I think, both of the Advance Wars DS games. Because it originally started, you know, on Game Boy Advance, and then it, like, moved over to DS, and there was like a sequel and a spin-off there, so. I do have the, like, remake that they did for the Switch. I don't know if I'll play that on stream, but maybe I'll play it off stream at some point. And I can talk about it on stream. Oh boy, okay, so there's probably a boss fight in here, so let's go see how this goes. Oh, right, this. Yeah, they're gonna force feed the, cute little sister the, flower. Turn her into a monster. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no way to save her. People have tried, like, people spend a lot of time trying to find a way to save the poor girl when this game first came out. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, now I gotta go through the dialogue again. Yeah, it's too bad that there's no way to save her. Oh well. I don't know. This is my second time playing the game, so I feel like maybe some of my reactions are a little bit muted on that kind of stuff. Where it's like, because I already know the story, you know, stuff like that isn't a shock to me. I knew that this boss fight was coming up, so... And that's the way the story went. Yeah, it's too bad. Well, at least King isn't awake to try and stop me. I kinda got her caught right there. Ah, shoot. Yeah, I had her kinda caught in the corner there. Not in the corner, but, you know, on that ledge. Oh, jeez. That was a snipe. Good throw. I don't know, this game is, like, got a relatively, like, bleak story, you know? It really does kill off, like, its cutest character, you know? And makes you do it, too, like, it has, like, the villains turn, like, the cutest and, like, most easily likable character into a monster, and then makes you, like, kill that monster, you know? It also, like, places you in the shoes of, like, a robot that ostensibly, like, even though you didn't yourself take part in it. Like the robot itself originally was there to kill the Mimiga, and probably did kill a bunch of Mimiga before it like got amnesia and like just started wandering around trying to figure out like what it was doing there. This seems to work pretty well. Okay. Oh shoot. Ta! Yeah, the direct impact from those blocks does quite a bit of damage. I wonder if there's also some like physics stuff being applied where like if you get caught underneath a block and it doesn't have anywhere to push you, it just like kills you. You can probably also get hit by the flower that's inside the block when it breaks open as well. I wonder if there's any sort of like layering effect on the 3DS if you play this on physical hardware. Like if the backgrounds like look like they're farther back deep, like deep-wise or whatever. I don't know. Did you guys like, if you had a 3DS, did you enjoy the 3D effect? I found it to be kind of distracting on a lot of games. It was like mostly a gimmick that you would play around with, like if you got to a new area or if you got a new video game or something. You would, oh shoot. I found it to be like something I would play around with just to see how it was working in that particular part of the game or in that game specifically. But there were very few games I would like play almost entirely in 3D. Mostly stuff like Pilot Wings or whatever. And in fact, in the latter half of the 3DS like life cycle, I played it mostly on a new 2DS, which, you know, didn't have the whole 3D thing. I actually ended up going through like 3DSs throughout that cycle. I had a original 3DS that I got, and then I got like arguably the best version of it, of the 3DS, the new 3DS, specifically the like Legend of Zelda one. And that one's pretty cool. The only thing is the A button stopped working on it at some point. Like I literally played it so much the A button stopped working. So I had to like I had to get a, well I didn't have to, but I did get a new one. I guess, you know, having the A button not work is a good reason to get a new one. So I got a new 2DS XL, and so I played on that for most of the rest of the lifespan. I don't have as fond memories of the like library of the 3DS as I do the DS, but I did play a lot of 3DS games on the, or a lot of DS games on the 3DS, you know? And like once it was like pretty easy to soft mod the new 3DS, I got like a good amount of use out of that, and I was able to try some of the 3DS games I'd never tried before. And some of those were pretty good. Defeated Rabbit Toriko. Obtain the blade. Oh, right, this weapon. Interesting. I forgot that we got another weapon. Alright. Well, that sucked. Oh, yeah! Oh, hey, Balrog. Sorry. You're still alive. There was one back then, too. A tough little robot like you. There'll be no end to this if we try and take you head on. I'm sending you to the labyrinth. And you, too. That was refreshing. You've hit the ground floor. Where is this place? You were thrown down here by the witch Misery, too. Poor little guy. Island's junk is stored here. Once you're in here, you'll never be able to get out. I remember this area. The switch for this door is supposed to be all the way at the top. But the footing's real bad. I've fallen so many times I've broken my leg. No response. Okay. Those indents in the wall look more like eyeballs. Wonder if that's intentional. I wonder if the sword would be any good here. I don't remember what the leveled up version of the sword looks like either. Dang, that does quite a bit of damage if it hits. It's got a slower travel time than some of your other weapons, but it seems like it does quite a bit of damage if it hits. I think it also can get rid of certain projectiles that some of the other weapons can't, it looks like. I could be wrong, but I don't think I was able to get rid of those, like, projectiles that's hurling at me with the other weapons. I guess we could find out in a minute. It'd be so easy to miss that weapon too if you didn't talk to him. Like before leaving the room. Yeah, this game has a lot of that kind of stuff. Oh, nice. I got it. Looks like we're supposed to be platforming our way out of this pit. See how well that goes. I think we're starting to get to the point, I think this area marks the, like, 3/4 of the way point. Like, the 3/4 mark for, this game. This game isn't super long. Again, it was made by one guy back in the early 2000s, so it's not super long or anything. It might take me a little bit to get through the, like, secret ending stuff because that area is, like, pretty difficult, intentionally so. But other than that, I don't... Yeah. Probably get done with this game sometime next week. Although I think we do get the, Oh, I got it. I think we do get the booster thing that lets us, like, hover and jump higher and stuff at some point here, so that should be fun. Once we get that, platforming will be a little easier. And once we get the upgraded form of that, we can get the best weapon in the game by trading in our original weapon. Ooh. Nice life capsule. The little leitmotif that they play when you pick up a life capsule reminds me a lot of the, like, little leitmotif that plays in Metroid games for picking up upgrades. That's probably intentional. To at least some degree. Okay. Yeah, like, it's weird that there's no, like, sound effects for the sliding of the blocks and stuff, you know? Oh! Aha! Yes, open the door. Whee! Thought those blocks might be not solid. Nah, I see. Oh, okay. New music. Sounds like we're keeping the same leitmotif. But, oh, shoot. But we're making it a bit more energetic. Hey Dom, how's it going? Going good? That's good. Good to hear. Anything in particular going good, or just life in general? Playing Fortnite, having fun, cool. Whatever happened to that, like, Atlas, like, Persona, like, Fortnite collaboration? People were talking about it, and I thought it was gonna happen, but never did. Hi, this is the Labyrinth shop. Unfortunately, a burglar broke in and recently took everything. I don't have anything to sell you. Sorry for the inconvenience. What's that? You got something nice there. That's a polar star and a fireball. May I have a look? No. Gonna regret it later. No, I don't want this. Hold up. We want to hold on to the polar star. It was ages ago. A witch lived in solitude here on this island. That witch would ultimately use her magic to create this labyrinth and confine us gaudy within. Ever seen the outside of this island? It's floating high up in the sky. How the island happens to float? Secret to that's hidden deep inside this labyrinth. Okay. Yeah, I want to eat Mamiga. What's that scent? I faintly smell Mamiga on you. But yeah, I bought the Battle Pass thinking that that Fortnite was going to collaborate with Persona or whatever, or Atlas at some point during that season, but haven't seen it at all. Haven't heard anything about it. Those people found the map or found some like promotional material for it in the game's files. I don't know. Maybe it'll still happen. Maybe it just hasn't happened yet, you know. But anyway. I wonder how Save the World is doing. Probably not any better. Just doesn't make them enough money for them to bother caring about supporting it really anymore. Or at least not with any new content. They keep running through the same, like, seasonal events and stuff, but, like, man. Oh, that's right, yeah, I remember that now. The final version of the sword is, like, a dash forward attack by the, with a image of the king guy. Oh, camp. Oh, is that a frog chair? That's fun. I'm a nurse. I worked at a clinic nearby. A dark ghost began haunting it, so I ran away and came here. Okay. Oh, it's not a chair. It's an actual person. I'm a physician. Allow me to take care of you. Don't worry. I won't take your money. In exchange, please accept a simple request from me. There's an old clinic nearby. Go there and see if there's any medicine left inside. Okay. Hi. Long time no see. You look great. So you were warped down here by that witch Misery. Me too. Even you weren't able to succeed against them. I did have a tiny bit of hope. Like you, I tried my best. This is where I ended up. I'm disappointed in myself. When it comes down to it, I couldn't protect them. With this body in this shape, getting out of here is going to be next to impossible. Yeah, so the main difference for getting the best ending is saving Curly there. So Curly will die multiple different ways if you don't help her. Like, even if you help her here, she can still die in, like, the next boss fight if you don't help her. And the way you actually do help her is kind of convoluted, because you have to ignore one of the other NPCs, so that way an item will spawn in the boss room to actually be able to help her. It's very odd. A very convoluted way of doing things, but yeah. I get up there? I think I've missed some health upgrades. Whatever. I can always go back and get them before attempting the actual, like, ending of the game. Maybe I'll do that off stream a little bit. Over the weekend here. But won't be for a minute. Yeah, the sword's pretty good. Clinic key. Got the cure-all. Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, this is the ghost thing the nurse was talking about. Like a extra boss fight with what's-his-face, Balrog. Reminds me a lot of that. Maybe they're a similar model? Balrog himself is probably some sort of robot. He probably was not the only one made that looks like the way he does, either. Oh, shoot. I have died. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be kind of fun to play a little bit of Fortnite on the channel. Fortnite's one of those games I do come back around to every once in a while. So, having an excuse to play it on stream would have been kind of fun. With the whole, like, collaboration with Atlas and Persona and all that. I think we're kind of far past that, unless they're planning on doing it for the DLC at this point, right? Well, I guess promotion for the DLC if they're planning on... Like, if they're planning on doing it, that would be the time to do it, but... There we go. Okay, one ghost down. Let's head back over to the clinic. Go heal Curly a minute. I think she actually joins us here, for like a little bit. If we heal her. I'm trying to escape from the, labyrinth here. Yes, there were ghosts. I killed them. I think? Can you re-kill a ghost? I guess you can, like, banish it, or, like, send it on to the afterlife, right? Same with, like, zombies and stuff. Okay. Now, how do we get up in there? Because that's where a upgrade is. There must be, like, some non-impassable blocks. Oh, this is gonna be stupid annoying. Oh, that jump was something. Okay. I wonder if... Let me go back down a minute. Might need the booster to get that upgrade. But let me see a minute. Can I get up there? No. Yeah, I think I need the booster. Okay. Which I don't have yet. Oh, I survived that, actually. Okay. So I can survive some of those spikes, just not the bigger ones. Oh. Oh no, I died. Okay. Yeah, I think the sword, like, level 3, it's really easy to lose it. Like, I think it only has, like, a point or two that you can, like, take damage, and then it goes back down to level 2. But it does a lot of damage when it's in level 3. But you have to get up a bit closer than some of the other weapons to actually use it, so kind of a risk-reward thing for that. It's a nice compliment to some of your other weapons. There we go. Ah, got it. See, I can platform. It's not consistently very well. I recognize that machine. I think that's like some sort of like... I think that's the thing we used to get rid of the boulder, if I remember correctly. Huh, it's got the paw print on it. It's like some of the blocks in the previous area. I wonder if there's any sort of connection. Probably not. I remember riding this. I think it smashes the boulder. Could be wrong. Oh, boss. Oh, it's a boss. Oh, my bad. I remember this thing. Okay. That's why I remember riding it, because you kind of jump on his treads. Okay. Okay, phase 2. far in boss fight's not too tough. Probably mostly because the first phase has you, can, like, kill a bunch of the projectiles easily for points and stuff. Oh, shit. Yeah. Putting my mouth on that one, huh? Oh, it's pretty easy. Dies. Oh gosh, we're all the way back here. That's kind of annoying. Alright. I guess the most annoying part is probably going to be this platforming, since I'll have to redo that. Oop! Nah. Too early. There we go. That was barely the right timing. Alright, let's get rid of these bugs a minute. And then we can focus on the boss. Gosh darn it. You really do just get once and it goes down to level 2. Oh well. It is a very strong weapon though. For sure. Oh, maybe try some others. What the heck? Oh, somehow I accidentally swapped over to the sword instead of the bubble gun. Oh well. Well, third time's the charm, right? I wish it would save closer to that boss, but oh well. Not too far, like, to run, it's just the platforming and then enemies between here and there is annoying. Or are annoying? Are annoying. Proper grammar. They are annoying. There's some interesting, like, experiences in the, like, Fortnite game creation thing. Oh, one sec. Sorry, family had to pop in and ask me something real quick. Okay, back to the boss. Ooh, okay. Anyway, what was I talking about? I don't know. Probably just the boss, mostly, I think. That and Fortnite. You know, I've had a lot more peace of mind now that I've decided that I'm not gonna worry about, like, editing videos until after I've finished up college in, like, a month here. Or, not a month, but, like, less than a month. I don't know, because I was getting, like, so stressed out over, like, I would put it on my things to do, and I would never get to it all week. And I would be like, dang it, next week. And then, I don't know, it just wouldn't happen. I was getting, like, annoyed with myself and kind of stressed about it, but I don't know. Just thinking that, like, hey, don't worry about it until, like, after college is done has been, like, kind of nice. So I'm, like, working on scripts and stuff for videos, but I'm not, like, worrying about editing them until after that. Come on. Damage. Ah. A few more Doritos. There we go. Ah. Okay, whatever. Try and use the rocket launcher, I guess. Just burst down its health. That did a decent amount. Oh, jeez. You have died. Oh well. I will say one thing I don't miss in most games is not having autosaves. I think autosaving has generally been a positive thing for my enjoyment of video games. There are some games where it's like they're deliberately designed around not being able to save anywhere, like a lot of RPGs and stuff, and like that kind of stuff. I understand that, but also it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to not have to worry about like saving it, at least as much, you know. Even if you just have like an autosave slot where it like will save, where it will save automatically to a slot that you can load up. That's kind of nice. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how the 3DS layout turned out. It'll be good for Persona Q and Q2 and stuff, and some other games. Devil Survivor too. But yeah, the stuff on the poll that'll go up next weekend is going to be Pokemon Legends Arceus, Yakuza 0, and then the last one is Nier Automata. So we'll try and get one of those done before DLC comes out, and then once those are done, whichever one of that is done, we'll do the Persona 3 Reload DLC, and then after that we'll go ahead and probably we'll put up the poll again with the same two things that didn't win, and then like one more thing. And then probably once we're done with that, I think around that time, ReFantazio should be out, if I'm doing my math right. If not, then I guess we can play like one more game or whatever. or something. And then, yeah, we'll do Fantasia when that comes out. That should be fun. I'm looking forward to that game quite a bit. So hopefully it doesn't disappoint. But, yeah. I don't think it will. I think it'll be a good game. From everything I've seen, it looks like it will be, at least. You know? Will it be the best game ever? I don't know about that, but it'll be good. It'll be good. I didn't realize that the bubble thing had like a ammo capacity that needed a recharge. These treads do quite a bit of damage. I gotta watch out for them. Getting run over again. Getting run over by a tank hurts. Case in point. Wait, what am I doing? What am I? Okay, hold on. I have a thought. Okay. So I just realized something. Let me get over there a minute and then I'll show you what I just realized. Okay, so I pause the game a sec, and then if I save state, now I have a save state, and I can just load the save state instead of having to walk all the way back over here again to the boss. I should have done that for like some of the other bosses too. Shoot. Well, I'll try and remember that now. I won't abuse it, but man, I'm gonna definitely use it to like save myself some time walking back to bosses and stuff. These guys a minute. Come on. Okay. Ah. You have died. Where is that? Okay. Is there a... There's a hotkey for this. So if I control V. Okay. It was just warning me that, hey, save states can be kind of unstable. They're not a replacement for actual game saves. Which is fair. I'm glad that they put that on there. But yeah. I'm well aware that save states can be sometimes a bit temperamental. When I play Persona 3 Fez, I'll often have save load and save states like mapped to physical buttons on my controller. A, because I have extra buttons there, that or speed up, and B, so that way I can quickly re-roll skills and stuff, so. Yeah. Ooh! SMT is back in with a vengeance. Indeed it is, Duncan. How you doing? Oh, I have led you astray. I'm sorry. It turns out Vengeance, the alternate storyline, the area that's different is the third area, not the fourth area, compared to Vengeance, or Canon of Creation. I'm sorry. I have led you astray. I only found this out, like, I think a day or two ago? Yeah. I knew at least one of the areas was different. I thought it would be the last area, but I guess not. Would I like to retry? Yes. So I'm gonna Control V? Yes, okay. That is what the save state is. Okay. Or the load save state button is. For some reason, Control C is the hotkey for saving a save state in on this thing, and then Control V is the load. Weird. It's just weird because, you know, Control C, Control V is copy and paste in my head. I guess that's kind of right. It kind of matches up with what you're doing there, but not really. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I got through most of the third area this weekend, so getting into the last area this upcoming weekend. I don't know if we'll get it done, probably, I want to say, but it's hard to know for sure until we actually, you know, get to this weekend. So you've died enough where you have a 20-hour difference, is what you're saying. It's 20 hours of dying and, like, reloading a save and everything. Thank goodness for save states. Okay. Funny that I said this boss wasn't too difficult on the first attempt, and now we're here like 5 or 6 attempts in, and I still haven't beat the thing. I don't know if there's a third phase, actually. We've gotten to the second phase, but I don't know if there's a third. Yeah, that's true. One of these days I'll learn not to go near the treads. One of these days. Hopefully today at some point. I wonder if we can reorder the guns. Probably not. Well, I don't know. It depends. So, the thing is that most of the more recent SMT and Persona games aren't designed with that in mind, so I don't know how well it would look, you know? Is the thing. Also, I feel like it would give a lot of people motion sickness if you were trying to navigate, like, stuff like SMT5 Vengeance's large, open areas with, like, a first-person camera. Part of the reason why it works in older SMT games is because you have a lot of corridors and like confined areas, and it was more of a limitation than a design choice at the initial outset. But now that we have the capability to do these like large open worlds, you know. That's what they're going for, and so, holy cow, this thing does as much damage as like the rocket launcher. Another thing is like, yeah, it's pretty close range. Rocket launcher fires off multiple projectiles on its higher levels, and goes a lot farther. Nice. Oh, finally. There's a cat in there. Alright, defeated Monster X. But yeah, I could see people getting motion sick from trying to, like, play some of those games in first person. Yeah, I mean, I think first person does work for some games, but not for all. Oh, here's, yeah, we have to ignore that guy so we can get the better ending for whatever reason. That's why there's a red mark on that block, so you know which block to jump from to get across. Yeah, Cyberpunk does look pretty good now that they've fixed a lot of the bugs. I have a friend who likes that game quite a bit and has like a high-end PC, so he likes to check that stuff out, but yeah. Oh, hey, it's Balrog. So you are alive. On top of that, you two are trying to escape from the labyrinth. Shouldn't be resting instead of trying to make an escape, eh? Remember that you can't defy the master any more than I can. Fine then. I'll end this. Okay. You can grab the middle. Ready? Are you two listening to me at all? Oh, jeez. I have like 2 health. Okay, let me see if I can get over to that health thing, because I need it. Oh, no, okay. Nope, can't jump from there. I feel like that jump might be doable. I wonder if... Here, let me go back through the door a minute. Does this respawn any of these enemies? Can I farm out these enemies and their projectiles for health, maybe? As long as I don't die, because I do have like 3 health left. Come on, give me some health. There we go. Some health at least. I gotta get back up to full, I think, before I do that boss. Yeah, I mean, the thing though is that most games that are gonna let you get immersed in a large world are open world games. Because that's kind of like their core design philosophy, is letting you get engaged and immersed in a world. I mean, there are some games that like let you feel like you're in a big world. Like a lot of the Final Fantasy games, you travel across large distances, you know, sometimes across like the entire world and multiple continents, but like if you want to like get down into the nitty-gritty and explore like a specific part of the world, you'll usually have to go to like some sort of open world game. Like, it's hard to imagine like being able to explore an entire city, but also it be on rails. Like that, those two things, like, I feel like don't go along together. Ah. Yeah, and even games that get like really immersive with like maintaining your health, hunger, and stuff are usually open world as well to some degree, or some sort of survival game. If that's the kind of immersion you're talking about. Because there's world building on like a macro level where you have like world building in terms of like what a continent is like, what a region of the world is like, generally what kind of people live there, what they believe, how that country came to be, that kind of stuff, like that kind of world building. But then you have like the smaller, like more intimate world building where you get to really know like a specific town or a specific group of people or something like that. Both on a story and like a gameplay level. And those are two very different things. Baldur's Gate is immersive and on rails. Baldur's Gate, I guess, yeah, you would classify it somewhat as immersive, right? It's a game based off of D&D, which is pretty in-depth with its systems, and it does a pretty good job of translating those systems into something that can work in a video game environment. In terms of it being on rails, you do get like a lot of choice in terms of where the narrative goes and how you approach encounters. But you are right that like there is like kind of a set encounters and stuff. The variety comes in your character, which choices you make, which things you mess up and don't mess up that influence who lives, who dies, who's how the plot goes and stuff like that. But yeah, it's relatively like, yeah, you have like certain encounters that you do, like especially in the early game, you'll probably do the same encounters no matter what route you're going down. But like in the later games, things obviously change more and more with the plot. Personally, I rather enjoyed playing Baldur's Gate. I did play it on the channel with a friend of mine for a little bit here, but it's just hard because it's like because it is a game that is like based off of D&D and everything, that also has some of the inherent limitations of D&D, where it's very hard to get like a group together and play it consistently. So stuff like that becomes more difficult. Okay, I think I got enough health to attempt the next boss. I don't know, and I guess for me also, like, Baldur's Gate 3 is kind of interesting because I get to play a D&D game by myself. So, I don't know, maybe I'll go back and try and play it again because I never finished it. I got through most of Act 1. Although apparently that's the best part of the game. Like the part that has the most polish, so. Oh, shoot. Not sure about the other Baldur's Gate games, because obviously there are other ones and other games based off of D&D and stuff, but yeah. I mean, the Baldur's Gate 3 does look very pretty at the very least. Like, if nothing else, it looks good. And there's plenty of romance options if you're into that sort of thing. If that's something that you enjoy about the Persona series, is being able to choose who to hang out with and stuff. That game's definitely got you covered on that front. And it does have flexibility. It has like a very robust RPG system, obviously. So if like you like the part of you know, creating a character and like having a unique playthrough through that character is, and role playing and stuff. That can be kind of fun. Okay. Let's try this fight again. Oh, yeah! How do you activate boss rush in SMT? Do you mean SMT5 Vengeance? So SMT5 Vengeance, if you go to the Tokyo Diet building, the building at the end of the first area, there'll be an NPC there that you can talk to. And he will offer you different challenge battles and stuff. He'll offer you, like, replaying all the boss fights from one area, like the first area or the second area, in succession, and you can do that. You can do that either at their normal levels or at their, like, souped up levels, but those souped up levels are, I think, like, max level, like, I think 120 or something. So it's something to do on Godborn difficulty. I think currently the rarest achievement, and probably what's going to be the most, like, rarest achievement on Steam is getting through all of the challenge fights. Because to even unlock all the challenge fights, I think you have to do multiple runs of Canon of Creation. You have to do at least a run of Canon of Creation and Canon of Vengeance, because there are certain fights that are exclusive to obviously both versions. So, and New Game Plus also carries that over. So if you unlock a fight in Canon of Creation and then do New Game Plus into Canon of Vengeance, you can still do the fight there as well. In the dorm room? Maybe there's a way to access it from the dorm room, but from my understanding, at least, there's at least the NPC in the first in that building. So maybe because the dorm room having added functionality is something for Canon of Vengeance specifically. It's something that's not even carried over into Canon of Creation, as far as I can tell. At least I don't remember it being so, because in Canon of Creation you don't go back to Tokyo as much as you do in Canon of Vengeance. Not as much happens in Tokyo in Canon of Creation. Beat it again. I'll move the rock for you, but in return, keep the fact I helped move it for you secret. Don't you worry. Here goes. Ugh. Got it? Me helping you guys? It's our little secret. Right. Might actually be one of the good guys. Or it might just be a tsundere. Missiles are powered up. I thought it would be funny if one of the mods for that game, Duncan, was just changing it so instead of, like, you just take, instead of Goku, you just take the Goku model from, like, one of the more recent fighting games and just put it over him. I thought it would work pretty well, actually. Because they're both, like, you know, battle monk characters. So, like, all the dialogue about them and everything from NPCs would still make sense, and it would be funny. It'll probably happen at some point. I hope it does. Now, come on, it's onto the lair. Okay. Oh, nice! We have, oh, what's her name? Curly? I think her name is Curly. Yeah. So she'll be helping us until we get to the next boss fight, I think. Fun fact, if you take away the machine gun from her, she has the Polar Star. In the previous area, you could swap out your basic gun for her machine gun, and if you do, she'll have the Polar Star here. So, kind of neat. Kind of neat. Bit of continuity there. How about looking at it? I think it said that last time I streamed this game too. I mean, she's a literal robot, so. Doing the true ending? Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I jumped over the pit with Dr. Booster, so we're good there. So the rest of it is pretty straightforward. It's just the only like really weird thing about getting the true ending is like ignoring Dr. Booster there for whatever reason. It's like odd that you need to do that to be able to get the true ending. I guess it makes sense from a difficulty standpoint because it's supposed to, I guess, make the Balrog fight harder, because I don't think you can platform over to the nearby healing station if you don't talk to Dr. Booster, and I think he gives you the booster pack there, right? So at least the first one usually. But yeah, so it makes sense from like a difficulty standpoint, but it doesn't really make sense from like, oh shoot, I have to level this up again. Okay, from like a logic standpoint too much. Like, why would you need to like ignore Dr. Booster to get the best ending? It doesn't make a lot of sense, but yeah. Yeah. Let's see. You're playing Canada Vengeance, so yeah. I was thinking about it. They did add Masakado, but that's Canada Creation exclusive, I think. Yeah, the Masakado is Canada Creation. Actually, and I can tell you about this. It's not really a spoiler for plot or anything. So the way you unlock the Masakado side quest is you have to have Yoshitsune in your party, and in the like hangout area, he'll talk to you and be like, "Hey, I want to go fight some strong people," and that'll start a quest line that eventually leads to Masakado, which I thought was pretty neat. Pretty neat. Yeah, the only thing I gotta worry about now, really, for the secret ending is just making sure I don't miss the cabin where you can help Curly after the boss fight. Then, obviously, grabbing the item before the boss fight properly starts. Yeah. Well, he was in the original version of the game as well, just as DLC, so yeah. He's a pretty popular character, so having a fight with him is something that's hard to avoid. Spoilers of. But yeah, just like Yoshitsune, some of the other demons have side quests that'll start that lead to other demons. if you talk to them in the hangout area. It's a pretty cool way of doing it, and it's a way of implementing new quests, in I guess a fairly natural way. Because obviously all those quests that were not a thing in the base game, since the hangout areas weren't a thing in the base game. Come on, grab that health. Yeah. Holy cow. He's around here. I'm like so low on health. I need to go back and get some like health upgrades when I get a chance. I don't think we can for a little bit until we get access to the pet teleporters again. Because we're kind of trapped in the... Well, I don't know if we're trapped in... We're not in the labyrinth anymore, question mark? Not sure if we're technically still in the labyrinth or not. Anyway, we don't have a way of getting to like one of the PCs to teleport around, so I'll have to go back and get some health upgrades at some point though. Yeah. Yeah, you just get the persona. You spent a long time with X girl or whatever dialogue. Oh. Go, Curly, go! I mean, it helps that you have a pretty good gun. The machine gun actually is, like, a pretty good gun. If I wasn't going for the, best gun, it would be nice to have, for sure. But if we want the best gun, we have to hold on to the... I don't know about the worst gun, but, like, the first gun, you know? It's not the best gun. I can say that, at least. The Polar Star is decent. It's just, it doesn't hit very hard when it's on lower levels, and it has a tendency to, and its range is kind of bad on lower levels, too. And it, like, goes down in level pretty easily. Oh gosh, darn it. Oh yeah, I saw that it was down the other day because I was like looking around, you know, just kind of shopping online a little bit, and I was like, huh, that's weird. It's down for right now. Well, I mean, they'll probably open up in time for Persona 3 Reload's DLC to come out. They won't want to miss the influx of new people for that. You know that I found something I kind of found funny. Not Atlas, but Square Enix. If you go on their online website, they still sell some PS2 games. They're like the greatest hits version, but like they still sell like they still have a stock of like the PS2 Kingdom Hearts games and stuff that they'll sell, which I thought was kind of funny. I think I bought like Kingdom Hearts. Did I buy Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2? I bought a couple of them just because like I was like, huh, sealed brand new PS2 games in the year of our Lord and Savior 2024, whatever. I think I butchered that saying, but whatever. Ah, they're just kind of, huh. Yeah. Yeah, it'll probably open up in time for at least the DLC. Would make sense. I wonder what they are working on, though. I looked at it, and it looked okay. Maybe they're just updating some of the stock and, like, some of the back-end stuff. There's probably, like, some back-end thing that they wanted to fix. And they'll definitely have it up before ReFantazio comes out, right? Like a month or so before ReFantazio comes out. Because I don't think... That's probably partially it. They're probably putting up all the stuff for ReFantazio, right? Because, like, that comes out in, like, a couple of months here. So they're probably, if they're going to do merch sales and they want to get people to get stuff, like, around the time the game comes out, then they've got to, like, put that stuff out here soon. Nice. Reload was so good. Reload was pretty good. I think visually it's very good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think the overall story of Persona 3 has like really good themes that work very well with the gameplay of the series. I think some of the like stuff with Strega is a little dumb. They made it a little bit better in Persona 3 Reload. But like some of the, but they don't have like a lot of characterization in or out of Persona 3 Reload. They get a little bit more in Persona 3 Reload, but not much. And then this area is kind of a gauntlet, isn't it? Well, I guess you got Curly, so it's fine. But yeah, I do dislike some of the choices they made for Persona 3 Reload on a gameplay side of things, but like overall, it's a very good experience, I would say. Definitely a good way for people who don't want to like. I think the boss is down here, so I'm just gonna quick save. Who don't want to like. Oh, here we go. Teleport. Get into like the PS2, like Persona 3, Baz, and all that kind of stuff. Midway through the labyrinth. I don't think I can get back up here without the booster pack, so I gotta go back this way. Otherwise, I'll have to run all the way over here again. Anyway, but yeah, I think it's a really good game overall. I'm not sure about the pricing of it, but yeah, as a game, it's pretty good. Looking forward to seeing if they managed to make the answer good, because the answer was not super great on the original. So that's the DLC that's coming out in like a month or so for Reload, is the answer and stuff. How do you max out all social links? I've never done it. Do you always need an answer choices guide? For Persona 3 Fez, yes. For Persona 4 and 5, no. 4 is a little strict with getting all the social links done. 5 is super lax with it. You can easily get all the social links done without looking at a guide. Persona 3, it was literally designed so that you wouldn't be able to get all the social links done in one playthrough. Pretty much, like, it was designed that you would go back and do New Game Plus if you wanted to see all the social links and like get all the personas and, you know, get Orpheus Telos and all that. But 4 and 5 lax and loosened up on that. 4, unfortunately, way too anime for my taste. It very much is. 4 is very much a slice of life anime as a game. It's like a slice of life, like kind of fun, kind of serious, murder mystery slice of life anime. Five Vanilla seems hard without a guide. Also, they should make a 60 FPS patch for 5 Vanilla. I don't know. I feel like Atlas has a tendency to like ignore old versions of their, like the original versions of their games once they've released the new version. For example, if you want to buy SMT5 Vengeance for the Switch, or sorry, if you want to buy SMT5 for the Switch, you have to buy Vengeance now. They have delisted the original SMT5 from the eShop on Switch. Which, yeah. I have a physical copy of it. I bought the Steelbook case version of SMT5 for the Switch. But a man can hope, yeah. I think you can get 60 FPS on Persona 5 Vanilla if you're playing on an emulator. for PS3. But it depends on how powerful your PC is. Yeah. But the whole, like, not being able to buy the original version of SMT5 is super weird and annoying. I think the worst part for me is all the DLC stuff, right? So, like, I can't go and buy... if I want to play the original version of the game, I can't go and buy, like, the Demi-Fiend DLC or anything anymore, right? Yeah, it's better than how Persona 4 Golden inserted their content, but it is a little bit awkward. I think it's still good because it happens over the course of the whole game that you get to know the psychiatrist guy, and he is like an actual social link and everything, and Sumeri is also like an actual social link and stuff. And like the dialogue with the psychiatrist is kind of interesting for each of your party members and everything. But it definitely would probably feel awkward if you had played the original first. Interesting. Yeah, I do want to play the original Persona 5 at some point, and do Pixie only for that game as well. But I'll probably circle back around to it once I've done a version of 4 and 3. I will say that doing Pixie only, I think that the first dungeon was definitely difficult. Persona 5 Vanilla at some point, either physically or like, you know, emulation wise. There was actually a decent modding scene for Persona 5 Vanilla on PS3 for a while there before we got the PC ports, obviously. So be interesting to kind of look and see what's going on with all that and everything at this point. AK Central. Because it was too easy? Yeah, I think that's fair. I think even playing without all the DLC and stuff, like I said, I've been going over the P5R Pixie only run for writing a script for that video, you know, to start editing it. And going over it, the first 2 dungeons were fairly difficult because you didn't have a lot of options. Like, until you get done with the second dungeon, you don't have access to itemization properly or skill cards properly. You get one blank skill card, and one blank item that you can turn into an accessory at that point in the game. But past that, like, you get so many options in Persona 5 Royal. I think the thing with Persona 5 Royal is that the game gives the player so many options to become powerful that if you take advantage of all of them, then you just get way overpowered super quickly. It doesn't mean that, like, Persona 5 Royal is kind of fun for challenge runs, specifically because of that, because you can limit yourself from using certain systems, and that creates some interesting gameplay decisions and everything. But yeah. So the next chamber is definitely a boss fight, so let me go save before we hop in there, because I know as soon as we get in here it's gonna be a fight. Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting to have skill slots be something you have to unlock in SMT5, but at the same time, it is a bit annoying. It just makes for less, like, interesting decisions that you can make on, like, builds and everything. in the early to mid game. But then again, it's not like you start getting into builds, like proper builds, until the like late to post game anyway. So, and it's an interesting way of limiting the player's power so they don't get super overpowered like super quickly. No, before we initiate the boss fight, I think it's in the lower right. Yeah, it's this thing here. So this is the tow rope. This does not spawn for whatever reason if you help the professor earlier. I don't know why. Logically, it doesn't make any sense, but yeah, if you don't help the professor, that spawns, and we need it to save Curly after this boss fight. It's pretty fun to go. Yeah, I played the 3DS version of it, like the 3DS remake. Apparently, people don't like that version of the game, unfortunately, but I enjoyed it a good amount. I enjoyed playing it. But I didn't get the true ending, so I figured it'd be fun to like go through and get the true ending and stuff. So I don't know, it's something fun to play, and it was like the right amount of length for between two other games, so just kind of worked out. But yeah, I definitely think that like Royal, I mean, on one hand, I do wonder if it's even like super important. I don't know. I go back and forth on whether or not it's bad that Persona is easy, because Persona is definitely supposed to appeal to a larger group of people than like SMT is, right? Like Persona is the Atlas gateway drug, right? It's designed to bring in people who wouldn't necessarily play like a SMT3 Nocturne or SMT5, you know, or SMT4, you know? It's designed to pull in those people and then like hopefully get them interested in Atlas's other offerings, right? So, yeah. On the one hand, I understand it would be nice if Persona games had a bit more challenge to them, especially on their harder difficulties. And I definitely think that DLC Personas and Demons have gotten quite out of hand in a lot of cases with how powerful they are. And given the fact that they're like, you know, hidden behind money. Money. Also the quality of life stuff, like being able to grind faster being behind money. I guess that's fine. I don't know. It's alright. At least it's not in the game vanilla. You have to like go out of your way to install it and like use it. But it's, yeah. I don't know. I think it's fine that Persona is easier than SMT, I guess. But I will agree it's frustrating and disappointing to see that even the harder difficulties of Persona aren't hard, or there aren't like more post-game challenges that like actually test your capabilities. Yeah. I think Persona is a great gateway drug. I think it's fine that it's easier than a lot of the other games, but I will admit that it is disappointing to see merciless difficulty be relatively easy and DLC Personas be so overpowered. Yeah. It's kind of like the Pokemon games recently, where it's like, you don't need to make Pokemon's like base game difficult, but where's the battle tower? Where are the challenges? Where's the like repeat like challenging the Elite Four? Like, and also, why are they easier than they used to be? It's not like, I don't think kids have gotten any worse at video games. In fact, I think a lot of them are probably better than we were as kids. Like, Pokemon, like, Leaf Green, Fire Red, you know, Emerald and stuff, were definitely tougher than, like, the 3DS era Pokemon games. As somebody who's played all of them, it definitely, like, they're definitely easier. Like, some of the gym leaders in the 3DS games didn't have 6 Pokemon. even like the 7th gym leader didn't have like 6 Pokemon, and like I think X and Y, like the 8th one had like 4 Pokemon. It was just kind of eh. I mean, Silver and Gold has like weird balancing problems too, but that's like a whole nother thing. But anyway, not to get onto Pokemon, because I could rant about that for a while too. Maybe I'll save that for if I play Pokemon Legends Arceus next. That'll be a good chance to rant about Pokemon. I'll save it for then. But yeah, Fez does have a good... I feel like Fez is fairly difficult and it has interesting decisions, but I think some of that comes from... it does have a little bit of BS, specifically with how it works with knockdowns and also the random skill inheritance still being a thing at that point. So random skill inheritance just means that it's harder to get higher tiers of like builds and stuff, like almost impossible in some cases because you don't even have skill cards or anything. So I've spent like literally 6 or 7 hours before rerolling a Thanatos fusion trying to get specific skills and never getting it, it's really frustrating, and I'm glad that random skill inheritance is no longer the norm for the series. But it does mean that the player is inherently more powerful for being able to pick the best skills passed down, you know? It does make gameplay more interesting though, so I think it's a fair compromise. But Fez is more difficult because and also the other thing is the way it works with knockdowns is you have to spend your turn getting back up if you get knocked down, which can be used to abuse certain types of enemies like the Reaper and everything, with Paralysis, Thunder Rain, with Odin. Because Odin's Thunder Rain will always paralyze the enemy in Persona 3 Fez, and then you just hit him once and it always knocks down, physical attacks always knock down paralyzed enemies, and then you just like, yeah, beat him up over a long period of time. Difficulty is weird. It affects so much, but it's different for everyone. Yes. It's also weird because you don't have one difficulty for most games. Like Elden Ring and like Dark Souls have one difficulty. You can make the game more difficult for yourself by restricting yourself to certain things, but like they have one difficulty, so they can balance everything around that difficulty. Persona 5 has what, 5 different difficulties, and it doesn't have a definitive hardest difficulty, because hard, you actually like, it's just a straight like stat change where like you deal less damage and take more damage. Same with like Persona 4. Where Merciless like multiplies weakness damage for both you and the enemies, meaning that if you have the right skills, you can kind of blitz through enemies a bit easier. Yeah, I think it's good when you can do that kind of stuff, but it's hard to do for RPGs. Because, like, the main way of changing difficulty in RPGs is either you have to either completely redesign a fight or enemy, or you have to, like, tweak stats, you know? Yeah, the knockdown system in Fez can be a bit BS when used against you. Okay, boss time. But yeah, I don't know. All this stuff is kind of interesting too. To me as well, when it comes to these games. But I think also another reason why is because difficulty is like such a big part of the SMT experience. Like, they are known for being difficult games, you know? Oh yeah, the way this boss fight works, you have limited air capacity, and water goes up and down, so you have to make sure you don't stay in the water too long. and everything. And I'll also use the water to like push you around if you don't get rid of his like little beanie things. Come on. Ah. That makes sense, K Central. I gotta do some more guide videos. They're good at, you know, I gotta do more videos in general, but yeah. But yeah, I gotta do more guide videos and stuff for Fez and all that. Yeah, SMT5 Vengeance hard difficulty is pretty good, I think. It's definitely easier than SMT5, and a little bit just for, if for nothing else, that they remove the level scaling, where if you were underleveled, you would just deal less damage to bosses and stuff. It wasn't by a crazy amount, but it was by enough where people noticed, you know? So getting rid of that is kind of interesting. I guess they decided it wasn't good on the whole, or after, you know, hearing people complain about it enough. But yeah. Sorry, what was that, Duncan? What are you eyeing? Are you eyeing the, like, weird look of the projectiles? Because, yeah, they look a little funky, swimming their way towards me. They look a little sus. Stop posting about Among Us. Level scaling? Yeah, in the original SMT5, oh shoot. I was doing so well. In the original SMT5, if you were underleveled for an enemy, you would just deal like less damage to it. There was like a multiplier applied to your damage and everything. I think conversely, it was also true where if you were a higher level, you would deal more damage, but yeah. But yeah. I do plan on going back and playing Faz again offline, so I can, get, footage and, like, refresh myself on the game, for a video I want to make about Persona 3 Reload. I've just been holding off on doing so, because I just played through, Persona 3 Reload, and I'm waiting for the DLC for that to come out before I, like, start thinking about, like, doing some, like, final thoughts about Persona 3 Reload. I want to give it some time to cook, because I have a lot of thoughts about Persona 3 Reload, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Like, after beating the game, and, like, no-lifing it for, like, a couple of weeks to do so, I felt a little bit conflicted at the time. Like, I wasn't sure how I felt about it, really. Because there were some really great aspects of Persona 3 Reload, and, like, also some, like, really ones. Like, there's some really weird decisions, like, in terms of casting choices of, like, voice actors and all that kind of stuff, and gameplay-wise and all that kind of stuff, but yeah. I don't know. So, yeah, I'll definitely do some more Fez at some point. Although, with all the Persona 3 Reload, or Persona 3 I've been playing between Reload, and then I just play through Portable for the first time, like, last year, so I'm playing a lot of Persona 3. I think in the last 3 years, I've played Persona 3 in some form or another every year, so that trend will probably continue next year as well. Still on the Answer and Fez? Yeah, I played the Answer and Fez right after playing it for the first time. Gotta say, was not a huge fan of that experience just because it like reset me back down to 0 right after beating the game. And also, I find the Answer to be a not great experience. I feel like it has several flaws that like are deeply hamper the experience. So, yeah. Well, yeah. Hey, at least you got to enjoy both of them, right? Have I seen Game Champ's Cave Story Pacifist run? I have not. I haven't engaged. I've engaged with a little bit of Cave Story content recently as well. Like, I wanted to find out what version I should play here. So, this or the Switch one were the ones recommended by people who play this game a lot. And so, I went with this version because I didn't want to buy the Switch version right now. So, and it was a chance to test out the layout for Persona for the 3DS before I go and play like Persona Q or Q2 or something. Because I will play more 3DS games like SMT4 and all that, right? So I wanted to get used to using this layout a little bit more and like see if there's anything that needed to be worked out before I like used it for that game. And there's a couple things I could change, but hold off on that probably for right now. No, I didn't hear about the Tekken thing, Duncan. Yeah, the answer is really weird. I think... Hold on, before I get into that diatribe, to answer your question, Duncan, so specifically what I was talking about with SMT5 is, like, yes, the lower your level, the less damage you do is how most RPGs work, but that's because of stats, not because of levels. Generally, the higher your level, the higher your stats are. So you take and deal more, you take less damage and deal out more damage that way, because of your stats. So, but with the original SMT5, you specifically, like, your level factored into how much damage you did directly. And some RPGs do this, but, like, if your level was lower, you did, like, I don't know, I don't know the exact amount, but it was, like, 5% less damage or whatever, right? I think it was more than 5%, to be honest, but I think it depended on how low level you were. But there was some amount of, like, scaling going on, where if your level was below, you know, the boss's level, you would do, like, 5% or 10% or whatever percentage less damage. Irregardless of, like, how much stat you had. So even if you had 60 attack, but you were, like, 2 levels below the boss, you would still do less damage than if you had 60 attack. Well, if you had 50 attack, but you were, like, the same level as the boss, probably. Oh, we did it! Hey, boss is done. Okay. But yeah, I think the main problems with the answer in Fez are the lack of, obviously, a compendium. Nope, we just killed the heart of the island. It's not gonna fall out of the sky. Well. And then the other big problem with the answer in Fez is a lack of social link XP. So because you have no compendium and no way of getting extra XP when you fuse a persona, getting new skills on personas is very hard to do because they take a while to level up. And then you also don't have a compendium, so trying to get any specific skill onto any specific persona takes a while. It is very hard to do. And it just drags down the experience. And you have no, like, slice of a life gameplay to break up the segments of gameplay, and the bosses are designed, and the dungeon design is harder and less forgiving than the main game, while having less tools. So it becomes a very hard and sometimes annoying experience to play the answer sometimes. But Meta's is cool, and some of the story stuff that they do in there is cool. So I'm interested to see how they change things for Persona 3 Reload to hopefully make them better. Part 3 of 4 in Season 1? Oh. So wait, you're telling me they basically, like, said goodbye to a character. Oh, yeah. They completely undercut the value of, like, his character. Gotcha. Great. Okay. Yeah. That makes... Yeah. I can see why that would be annoying. Losing consciousness. So yeah, we're in the water here. Did you know the woman named Junka had a younger brother? His name was Balos. Like his older sister, he had magical powers unlike anyone can imagine. You can breathe. No reply. She's not moving, but it appears to be still alive. We use the tow rope? Yes. So if you don't have the tow rope here, you can't bring her out of this room. So what she's doing here is she has like a little thing that like here. In fact, I can bring it up. Curly's air tank. So this is her air tank. Allows for underwater breathing. Curly gave it to you. She gave it to you to save you. So contains the spirit of king, huh? Isn't that smooth? Isn't that a smooth transition? I love that that works. I love that that just works, you know? Where, like, the stuff moves around. Took a little bit of work to get working, but yeah. So, now we can technically save Curly, but we have to bring her to a specific spot and then, like, do a couple of other things if we want to save her. But yeah, that is annoying that they undercut their own story like that, for sure. Although, to get... Yeah, so this is the waterway. To get to the spot that we need to, if you miss the spot to where you can save her, you just can't get back there. So it's, like, really easy to, like, mess up and, like, not be able to get, in fact... Oh, okay. Persona 4 Dancing PS Vita? Nice. Like, sorry, the PS Vita that's themed after Persona 4 Dancing, or Persona 4 Dancing for the PS Vita? Is that... I think that's on the Vita, right? I think so. I can't remember. I haven't actually played the dancing games, so... Those are some games I might not get to. Those are some of the Persona games I might not get to. I don't know. I find that... I think if I was gonna play any of them, I'd probably play Persona 4 Dancing. The other two don't really interest me. Some of the animations are cool, some of the music's cool that came out of it, but I find them mostly to be cash grabs, unfortunately. The themed PS Vita. Cool! Yeah, I've been thinking about... I thought about getting a PS Vita for a while, but I barely play my 3DS, and I've never taken my Switch properly on the go. Or properly on the go. So I haven't, like, bought one yet. Actually, I gotta buy a fat PS2. I have, like, one of those, like, top-loading, like, slim ones, and I'd like to get something a bit more robust. So if I was gonna buy something in the near future, that'd probably be what I buy, in terms of, like, consoles or games, stuff like that. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the games are pretty expensive, unfortunately. Like, P3 and P5 Dancing are very expensive. Not sure about P4 Dancing. Yeah. P4 Dancing, it looks like they actually put in an attempt to make an interesting story. P5 and P3 were just, hey, you liked P4 Dancing, right? Give us more money, please. Like, that's all it was. And you know what? It's fine. It's fan service-y kind of fun stuff. But yeah, it is annoying how expensive those games are. And that you have to buy them together. Oh, those are spikes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'll probably try Persona 4 dancing at some point, but not the others two. But yeah, that's cool. I don't know. For me, the Vita wasn't a huge part of my childhood, but the DS was. So, for example, I don't have a Vita or anything, but I do have the World Ends With You themed DS that they released in Japan. I imported that and bought that and imported it recently as of last year, I think. So that's a cool fun thing to have. I have that on display in my house. There's not much to it. It just has the symbol on the top. It's not like crazy cool design or anything, but you know, it's fun to have, and like the box that comes with and stuff that's in there is kind of fun too. Okay, so how do I get up there? Do I use the currents for something? I mean, I can get up. That makes sense, yeah. I did, yeah, I played, Persona 3 Portable for the first time, on the Steam version, which, I'll tell you what, one other thing I want to do for that Persona 3 video, is I want to play through Persona 3 Portable, but I want to play the actual, like, Vita version of it, not the PSP version of it. It's not the Vita, is it? Whatever. I want to play the, like, original version of it, even if it's, like, emulated, because I feel like the Steam version is kind of I feel like it looks worse than the original, probably, but I would need to, like, open up the original in some capacity to find out. But, yeah, I enjoyed Persona 1 and 2, both Persona 2 games, when I played them. I think those games were definitely a lot of fun. So we're looking for a cabin here. They're somewhere in this shifting sea of currents is a cabin that we have to bring Curly to if we want her to survive. Otherwise, she just, like, floats away at some point, and you never see her again. So I'm not sure if I could go back and play, like, the original versions of Persona 1 and 2. I feel like, even for me, that's, like, a bit much, but I enjoyed the Vita versions. I think I actually enjoyed 1 and 2, like the first two, more than I enjoyed like I enjoyed Innocent Sin more than I did Eternal Punishment, just because of some of the gameplay choices that they made. Like, there's some quality of life stuff that's in Innocent Sin that's for some reason not in Eternal Punishment. Like, stuff with formations and all that kind of stuff. And it also makes trying to grind out evolutions for Personas worse. There's a digital version of P through P on Vita. Yeah, okay. It is funny. I remember watching Gnarly's video about Persona 4 Golden with only try shooting in the narrow space for help. Okay. Will do, thanks. I remember watching Gnarly's video about Persona 4 Golden, and he made that video. I think it was like Persona 4 Golden using only the starting Persona. By the way, Izanagi, you know? Like, he made that video, and he bought like one of those like ESP home things and did like the whole song and dance to record footage off of it, because it has like recording protection or whatever. And then like they released the version on Steam like right around the time his video came out, and he was like so annoyed that he went through all the trouble to get one of those things and get it all hooked up and everything, when like they literally just put out the like the Steam version of it and stuff. It feels like it was a while ago now, but it really hasn't been that long since Atlas put out like Persona 4 Golden as an experiment onto Steam and stuff. So try shooting in the narrow space for health. Oh shoot. The narrow space. I feel like if I can get rid of enough of these. I guess I'm not sure what you mean by narrow space there. You mean shoot over by where the jellyfish are and kill them before hopping into the stream of water? I'm just trying to 100% the Vita and Steam version of P4 right now. I think I'm trying to remember if I have the 100% on P4 Golden. I think P4 Golden was actually the first Persona game I've done New Game Plus on properly. No, wait, Persona 5 was. Because I did all of Persona 5, like everything for that game the first time I played it. Where the current takes you in a cycle. Oh, there's a spot there I can get health? Oh, okay, thanks. I'll try that a minute. I think I know what you're talking about. Give me a sec. I'm just trying to find Steam a minute so I can see what my achievements are on that game. Oh, I don't have Steam open, never mind. I'm not going to open it right now. But I think I'm missing some achievements for Persona 4. Mostly the stuff like hear every voice line of like or like all the, is it every voice line? Hear like 200 voice lines from the idol girl and stuff. Not seeing anything for health. Oh, that's the wrong weapon. Shoot. Yeah, so I think I'm missing. Oh, there it is. That and like a couple of other achievements. I'm also using a spreadsheet for it. Okay. Makes sense. I made a spreadsheet for, thanks for the tip, by the way, Kurome. I never would have found that on my own. I would kept just beating my head against the squids until I got through it. But yeah, I made a spreadsheet for keeping track of all the, all the, skill cards. I got there eventually. I got there. How long have we been streaming? How long have I been going? 3 hours! Alright, well let's save Curly here. Definitely want to get that done before we end today's stream. See if we can get through this area. We're doing pretty good though. I think Thursday we'll be able to get towards the end of the game. To the like edge of the island. And all that kind of stuff. That's not the gun I thought it was. Ah! I think I just missed it. I think that door there is where I need to go. If I remember correctly. I guess they're not they're not squids, they're jellyfish, right? I said squid earlier, but more jellyfish. Come on, I've watched SpongeBob, I should know the difference. Okay. Nope. Maybe it's not that door, but like at the very least we shouldn't pass up that door. At the very least it might have some health or something. Or an upgrade. Holy cow. No! Yeah, at this point I'm not sure which of the voice lines I'm missing for her either, so it would be a huge pain to like do. I'll probably just get it at some point when I go back and like play through the game again for some reason. Although I don't think I'll be, if I was gonna do and I've talked about this before, but if I was gonna do a Pixie only run of P4 Golden, it would have to be Pixie only. Like no social links, no party members, just Pixie. Because Persona 4 Golden, like shuffle time, just makes any singular persona that you use so powerful that it becomes like to a ridiculous degree, right? So. If I did it like without any of those other restrictions, I feel like the game would get too easy too quickly, you know? Go! Duh! Okay. I should say before I try and make that jump again. So you wouldn't use shuffle time? No, like I said, I would just cut out a bunch of other things rather than shuffle time. Because, like, it's impossible to not really use shuffle time, because you're obligated to pick stuff after battles anyway. Plus, I think it would be funnier to, like, use nothing but Pixie. And just have, like, Pixie be super powerful. And, like, really see if I can push the limits of, like, using nothing but Pixie. I mean, you can, I mean, Norley did his video about Izanagi only, so. Although for him, the biggest, thing that caused was mostly just that, you know, you can't use skill cards, because if you can't unequip Pixie and equip something else, then, you can't get skill cards from, the, cafe. So the only way to get skill cards in that kind of run would be to get them randomly as drops and then upgrade them. So, but you'd be locked out of like a bunch of skills, but still. The stat increases alone would carry you through the early to mid game. Oh my gosh. Nope! Gosh darn it. How did I get this? I somehow got this. I remember getting Curly to the cabin on the first playthrough without... I guess I just, like, ignored the, Professor Booster guy or something. Or maybe, 3D, the 3D remake, changes that, how that works. But, I remember getting Curly to the, cabin before. I don't know if it's necessarily this, but, man, if I did that on my first try, on a blind playthrough, how did I do that? I don't know. Maybe they made changes, in that direction as well to make this section easier, or make it easier to get into the, cabin on the remake. Not sure, but, man. Yeah, you can get, like, some super cracked... Okay. Some super cracked skills, from shuffle time and stuff, so that's why I would wanna, you know... Oh, okay. Is that jump even possible, actually? I haven't even stopped to consider it if that jump is impossible. It might be impossible. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. This is the cabin. Okay, so we needed to get that jump and everything to get in here to save Curly. Goodness gracious. Okay. So. Rest and put Curly on the bed. Go and save a minute. And in my original playthrough, I just left her here. I didn't have a good way of healing her or anything. I didn't figure it out. I figured that you just needed to come back later with a different item to save her. Or heal her. And then I never obviously got the true ending because of that. But what you have to do is check out these notebooks and stuff. And that will let you at least save Curly. Although I don't think she shows back up again for a little bit. You're safe! Oh, I'm glad. I thought you were a goner. You lost consciousness and I couldn't think of anything to do about it. So I gave you my air tank. It worked, didn't it? She fell asleep. Restart processes will take some time to complete. Okay. So yeah, so she's at least alive, which is what you need for the true ending. Okay, I feel like this is a good place to leave off of for today. It was good talking and everything, though. I enjoyed it. It's kind of nice to just kind of chill and talk and stuff. And the game is pretty good. Here, let me go ahead and close it. But yeah, no, yeah, I guess I haven't played Persona, well, since towards the start of the year, technically, right? Because Persona 3 Reload, right? Yeah. What did I do after Persona 3 Reload? I can't even remember. On the weekends. Did I go straight from Persona 3 Reload to SMT5? That can't be right. That can't be right. There's no way I actually did that. There's no way that that was a direct line. Well, I guess I can find out, because I can... just, like, look at my playlists. So, okay. So, after... Persona 3 Reload... Where's Persona 3 Reload? Where's the playlist for... Oh, there's the... So Persona 3 Reload. I did Jackbox, right? I did that. And then I did Pixie, right? And then I did Pixie. And then I went straight to 5. Okay, so wait, no, I played Persona. Yeah, I played more Persona than anything else this year. I think that was the case as well on my like Steam. Like if you go to like my Steam summary for, I think I posted this in the Discord at one point. But if you like look at this Steam like wrap up for like 2023, I think it's like 69% on a controller, and then like the top 5 games I played are all like Persona or SMT3 Nocturne, and they're all like 60 hours plus or whatever. I can't find it. Whatever. But yeah, it was like literally everything was just like all Persona. Well, not everything, but yeah, most of my playtime was Persona. To a ridiculous degree. Oh! But yeah, this is fun. This is some good talking, and the game's pretty good, so that was all good. Be back on Thursday. We're getting through the game. The game's going pretty well. I'm in the middle of a Nocturne run I never finished. Yeah, fair. I have a lot of games I never finished. I've gone back and like done some of them on stream. Like there's a lot of games I never finished as a kid, but I've gone back to play them on stream or whatever. Here. Profile, year in review. What? Team, are you having trouble communicating with your own servers? Like looking at the games I've played on stream. Let me see. I did do Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. That was a while ago. The Mega Man Star Force games I never finished off streams, but I played them all the way through on stream at one point. Tales of Vesperia. Yep. What else? How did I not play off? What else did I not finish but played on stream eventually? I think Breath of Wild. No, I think I did Breath. I can't remember. Oh, less than I thought, I guess. Skyward Sword. Yep, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. It's funny. You can see Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, and then the next game is Persona 5 Royal, Persona 3 Portable, Persona 5 Strikers, Persona 4 Golden New Game Plus, Persona 1 on the PSP, Blue Dragon, Devil May Cry 2, Persona 2 Innocent Sin, Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. Yeah. It's funny how you can see like the eras or whatever of like what games I was playing. It's kind of why I like having a list of already played games down below the stream there. But yeah. Yeah, for some reason, oh yeah, here's my year in review. Yeah, 12% of my playtime was Persona 4 Golden, Persona 3 Portable with 8% of my playtime, Persona 5 Strikers with 8% of my playtime, which is a ridiculous amount considering my playtime was... Where is it? Does it? No, it doesn't say playtime, does it? That's right. That's the one thing about the year in review that I thought was funny, because it doesn't actually say how much in an actual number of playtime you have. It just gives you percentages. So you can't see that you've spent a total of like 700 hours, you know, playing video games this year. It only shows you percentages of like what you have played or whatever. I think I did the math though, and it was like something like 700 hours or more. I think it probably was more than that though. Anyway. I mean, Persona and SMT are definitely going to be, like, Atlas in general is definitely going to be the largest chunk of my playtime on Steam this year as well. Between Persona 3 Reload, SMT 5 Vengeance, Persona 5 Royal, Pixie only playthrough, and ReFantazio. Play Elden Ring. Maybe at some point. I don't know. The thing is, Dom, I want to play I want to play Dark Souls at least 1 and 3. I hear 2 is kind of but I want to play at least Dark Souls 1 before I play Elden Ring, right? Plus, I already own Dark Souls 1, but I don't own Elden Ring. So, it'd be nice to, you know, play the one I already have, so. But I do want to play, you know, I want to try the Dark Souls games. I know Elden Ring is fairly different than the Dark Souls game, so even if I don't like Dark Souls 1, I might enjoy Elden Ring. But yeah, my friend's a big fan of that game, so he always is talking about it and how he's like going through stuff and trying to go for different endings and builds and all that. I think it's a game that would be fun to play on stream at some point for sure. Although it would need to be something that's done on the weekends, so I'd need to find time to do that. That's one thing about having like all these Atlas releases and stuff. And just RPGs in general, it's hard to like fit in games. Like there's so many different directions you want to, if you could go with RPGs and stuff. So, you know, you could go action RPGs, TRPGs, regular RPGs, Baldur's Gate style RPGs, you know, so. Yep, there's a lot of fun stuff to play. It's hard to choose sometimes. But anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up here for today. I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day and everything. I'll be back again with this game on Thursday. Otherwise, I'll see you this weekend for SMT5 Vengeance. Hopefully, pray, knock on wood, all that stuff. Internet is good. Internet was good today. But I guess we'll see on the weekends, because it seems like I was having some issues on the weekend. Ah, yes, the best time to have issues on the weekends. It's like having, like, it's like getting sick during summer vacation or whatever, you know? Or, like, sick only on the weekend, and then you're better just in time for work or school or whatever. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Hope you have a good one. But, in case I don't see you, hope you guys have a good afternoon, good evening, good night. See you, Dom. See you, Central. See you, Karome, Duncan. I think Union had to go for something. Anybody lurking or watching back on the VOD, hope you guys all have a good one, and I will hopefully see you later. See you guys. Bye-bye. 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 So long. Should we raid anybody? I don't know. I'm bad at that kind of thing. Whatever. I'm just gonna end stream. Go. Instead of raiding somebody, go touch grass. There's my assignment for you guys. Go look out a window or touch some grass or something. I'm gonna go do that. I've been sitting at the computer for too long today. Alright. I'm gonna go touch grass. Hope you guys all have a good one. See ya.